Now, as always, I'm going to just turn you up a little. Make sure that's at full volume. Good, good, good. Everyone's happy. Let's make sure I'm live and everything is working. Oh god, I am dying. There you are. Oh god, I am dying. Well, that seems to be working, which means it's my chance to go. Hello, everyone, welcome back to the Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. We're just gonna slightly, I don't know, a bit of a weird angle. What do you mean your crime? Your crime? What did you do? What did you do? What did you do? What did you do? I'm keeping my eye on you. My name is Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. I'm keeping my eye on you. Yes, in the last episode we had continued on with... Whoa! That's your crime? You call it... Oh. Ow! It hurts! Now, in the last episode, we had continued on episode 5, Turnabout for the Ages, and we were meeting up with our good friend, Agent Lang Long Lasagna Libido, every L word in the English dictionary, and he was talking about a very old crime scene, a 12-year-old crime scene, that of which involved the President and Agent Lang's dad. Ooh, I know, it's a shocking twist that we never saw coming! It's not as if the first case kind of alluded to this all this time. Oh, nice, fair enough. So yes, we're going to jump straight in, because we were about to Little Thief, the crime scene, I believe? CS. So, April 6th, 3:25 PM, Big Building Plaza. Alright, Kay, if you could set Mr. Thief in motion. Alright, Mr. Thief then. Fine, whatever. I was wrong. Hey, what do I know, right? Little Thief, Mr. Thief.
About 3 seconds, both of them.
Yes. So what happened was, so I have this thing, I'm not going to say. It's a bit like Alexa, but with the console I'm playing, which is this one, right? So essentially, if I say the name of the console, then it'll come up. Then my camera went, and then it didn't come back. So I sorted my camera out. That's what that was. But we're back! So yes, that's what happened with the little 2-second live streams there. Anyway, sure, looks like there's more than enough here to work with. Where do you want to start? Good question. Let's see. It seems there was an eyewitness. A freelance journalist by the name of Alf Aldown. Alf Aldown. Alf Aldown? Alf Aldown.
I will be back after I done cooking.
Fair enough. What are you cooking, first of all? Second of all, I will see you in a bit. Alf Aldown. Is that you fell down? Did you fall down, Alf Aldown? I'll fall down. This is just as funny as Mr. Dade Man. Gotta remember that, Dade Man. I know. But apparently, he was killed by the culprit for witnessing the kidnapping. So this is where he saw it all happen, huh? Here? As in the big building? No. Construction of the big building only began a year ago. Before that, it had been a piece of abandoned property. Pardon me. And before that... Now we're getting to stuff I know. 12 years ago, this place would have been... a happy family home. What? It was a... Right. Who did it? Who did it? Own up. Who took away an orphanage? Was it Albus? Was it Albus Quercus? Or Albus Quercur, whatever his name was. I bet it was. I bet it was goddamn Albus again. Extraterritorial rights and all that. Ugh. Like, For entire people? No, it's a place for children without parents. An orphanage, in other words. The president was kidnapped from an orphanage? Yeah, and the place was run by FIFA. Of course it was run by the FIFA. Oh yes, of course I was there. I'm always there in everything that you guys do. Oh yes, I'm like a stalker. She got in her happy little home. As the proprietor of the institution, I suppose it's understandable that she came under suspicion. Right. Okay. Yeah. Play. There we go. President Wang, Excelsior's winner, and Warden Lagarde? Surely the SS5 incident must be related to our current case. And then again, I don't think so. And I'm not so sure. Well, hey-ho. It seems sensible to assume that he was killed by whoever kidnapped the president. So if we saw the murder, we saw the kidnapping. Nice! I know. Me and 4 others. I just want to point out that I am still watching on my phone for any glitches or lag or anything like that. Gotta make sure I keep doing that, so me and 4 other people. Nice! I'm popular. I'm always popular. We can't sing this song because copyright, so I'm gonna stop now. Right then, Mr. Thief, let's go. God, we have a big gang all of a sudden.
That's why I say 4 people, not 5.
I know. I know, you're good. You're good, I know. Whoa, man. Whoa.
What the heck is this?
When did I grow to become so blasé towards people's reaction to Mr. Thief? What we're seeing here is the front yard of the orphanage as it was 12 years ago. At least, as far as the police reports describe it. Ah, see, now it's 3 people. Oh well, I was popular for a second. It's fine. It's fine, I don't care about any of that. As long as A, people enjoy what I'm doing, and B, I enjoy what I'm doing. And you know what? I love voice acting. I love the game, so. While I'm also slowly dying, it's fine. Oh, dearie me.
Yeah, this is how we looked when we started investigating at 7 AM in the morning after the murder.
And it seems it had been snowing. Yeah, from what I heard, the footprints wound up being pretty important evidence. A snowfall in the daytime the previous day. In other words, before the incident occurred. Meaning that none of the relevant footprints would have been obscured by new snow. I object to that statement! That I myself made what? Wait, no, I can't do that anymore. I can't. I'm not a prosecutor. Hello! Hello, 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 Ella. How are you doing today? I think we need to pay these footprints some special attention. Begin investigation! Right, okay. First as last, obviously go straight to the dead body. I'll fall down. Still not gonna get used to that name. The man who witnessed the president's kidnapping. What exactly did he see?
I missed this part of the recreation of one of the crime scene photos.
It seems he suffered a blow to the back of the head.
Yeah, from that brick right there. And I figured it must have been taken from here in the yard.
It looks like blood flowed from the head wound and spread over the surrounding area.
Here, after you. This is Mr. Aldown's autopsy report.
Okay, at 1 AM on February 10th. I must scour the scene and inspect everything that catches my attention. You must scour every nook and cranny. Phone. This cell phone must have belonged to the victim.
You're right. Yeah, it says here in the file that Mr. Aldown made a call while he was watching the kidnapping.
A call to whom? His girlfriend. Seems he wanted her when he saw the president was there. But she didn't pick up, so he left a message.
That's in here too. Well, if you want to hear it, of course.
No, I don't want to hear it. I hate tapes. I don't even know how they work. I'm a CD kind of guy. Okay, guess we're listening to it. Fine, just ignore exactly what I say. No, it's just me instructing you what to do. You go and do your own thing then, Kay. Like you always do. Yes, the Arctic Grasshoot always does her own thing, doesn't she? Yeah. Doesn't even care one iota of what I like to think and what I like to say. No, whatever. Anyway, we're just gonna move on because no one's listening to my internal monologue. Everyone's so enticed by this thing. Anyway, I'm here at the orphanage. Something weird's going on. President Wang is here for some reason. And there's another. Damn it! The light's out, so I can't quite see, but it looked like he was being kidnapped? Anyway, probably nothing, but okay. I was reading. But I thought you said like But what are those sounds at the end? Hi. He must have been with Ted while he was still on the phone.
Agent Lang, can I ask you something? Mr. Arden's girlfriend, what was her name?
Ringer. Rosie Ringer. At least that's what I heard.
God damn it, everything... Oh, okay.
This is Dual Destinies type stuff, this. Case 4 and 5 are very closely connected. Just... I mean, I have no qualms about it. I just... You know, if people are starting to watch now, then it's like, you know, you may not know what's happening, and you may not have seen the previous case, and, you know, you're gonna have to fill in some gaps. So, Rosie Ringer... So, in the previous case, Rosie Ringer was the murder victim. She was a member of the Committee of Prosecutorial Excellence. That's about all we know of Rosie Ringer. Also, now that he is Alldown's girlfriend, or was Alldown's girlfriend. Anyway,
just as I thought. Wait, you mean?
Her revenge for what happened 12 years ago.
Oh, Miss Ringer was left with the memories and personal effects of her lover. So seeking revenge on Chairman Winner, she made her appearance at the auction. So she really was out for revenge on Chairman Winner, wasn't she?
Perhaps it was for his suppression of the kidnapping. Or perhaps it was because she thought he was one of the kidnappers. This is just sad. This was the brick used in a murder. Actually, do I have many jigsaw pieces of logic? There's stuff made of bricks all around here. They probably took it from somewhere nearby, huh? Let's have a look. Do I have anything else? I don't know. No, I don't. I just have the 3 footprints. God, okay. I'll fall down. Freelance journalist. Killed after witnessing the kidnapping of President Wang. Even the recreation. It's pretty gruesome, huh? It's even worse than the actual crime scene photos. That's a lot of blood. Seems mostly to have come from the back of his head. As you can see, that area is completely caked. And by caked, I mean, is it real? Is it cake? I don't know. Even I started watching one of those TV shows. I don't know anymore if anything's real or what's cake. And everything's a lie. Mr. Redruth, you okay? No, I'm not. I will be, though. It's fine. I just need to make sure that this is a real thing. Okay, it's real. Fine. At least it feels real. Anyway, okay, moving on. Indeed, I imagine his attacker must have snuck upon him from behind. Looks as if he's clutching something in his right hand.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that in the file somewhere. Let's see. According to this, it was a button.
A button? Torn from the attacker's clothing, perhaps? I don't know. cannot investigate the footprints. Okay. Footprints were a key part of this case. There was information about the shoes in the file, correct?
Yeah, let's see. They're size 12, feet were clean, no cords, no athlete's foot, beige socks, thermal underwear in the same color. He dressed old guy style. Brownie socks would have really made that outfit pop. Why not live a little? And yeah, that's it for the fashion rundown. Jonathan, whoever left these amazingly helpful comments.
And here I thought it was just going to be a plain old investigation report. Okay, I don't think... Oh, the camera! The victim was carrying a camera.
Oh yeah, according to the file, I recovered a picture. Yeah, here we are.
Oh, damn, whoa. That's really weird looking snowman. I don't like it. That snowman is the stuff of nightmares. It really actually is the stuff of nightmares. That's freaking weird. It's the president, right? And somebody's pointing a gun at him. This must be what Mr. Alden witnessed.
The person in the trench coat is the kidnapper. Kidnapper?
Yes, I imagine they were trying to conceal their identity. But if Agent Lang's father's theory was correct, the person wearing that trench coat is Warden Lagarde. How come they only found one picture? He probably wasn't able to take any more before he was attacked. It's an old-ass photograph. I think, looking at it, it seems to be everything. No, we have this.
Somebody's dropped a yellow flower here. Maybe this one symbolizes, the desire to steal treasures.
Okay, you can't just make these things up. I know you're the Yatagarasu, but you can't make these things up. Just to fit your narrative, whatever you say. What we can say is that it looks like to be different from all of the other flowers in the planter.
Huh. So, what's it doing here?
What indeed? We should examine the planters too.
I must be right. Somebody must have stolen it. It's a stolen treasure.
Okay.
This one might actually symbolize the growing anger of a former prosecutor.
Former prosecutor. Wow, okay. Thanks for that, I suppose. Freaking rude. Is that everything? That seems to be everything. It's not everything. I don't... Okay. These footprints go toward the body and come back.
According to the case file, they thought to be the killers. They are size 9, pretty average in the words. It seems the police weren't able to track down who the murderer was from them, though.
Oh, okay. These footprints stopped by the body.
Guess that means they belong to Mr. Aldam, right? His feet were pretty big. What's that, about a size 12? According to the file, they were the same size as his shoes. It's a match.
Okay, thank you for that. What about you, Agent Lang? Agent Laxative? 3 planners. Go to the snow. Is there anything the matter, Agent Lang? Yeah, something's not right. I wasn't able to look at the case file till now. Indeed, you have a Chairman Winner to thank for that, it seems. Yeah, but what's weird is I've seen the scene somewhere before. What? But where? I keep thinking I got it, but then it's gone. He appears to be lost in his efforts to remember. Perhaps I should leave him alone, well, for now at least. President Wang changed after the SS5 incident. I guess he felt his trust had been betrayed. I can understand that. But to cut ties with my family completely, and how close we'd been for all those years, my father was desperate to make amends. Just to get just one chance to say sorry. No matter how many times he tried to get an audience with the president, he couldn't. Couldn't even convince them to take a letter to him. One time he came home covered in bruises. Who knows from where? bodyguard, maybe. Sorry, there's no point making you sit through old stories that won't change anything anyway. I'll be the judge of that. Warm as fuzzy as ever, I see. Not that I expected any different. Hang on a second, sorry. Goodness me. No, I just did that. Moron. There's this fire incident. That case ruined my father, and my family too. The people who failed to keep the president safe. That's all we were after that. He threw himself heart and soul into that investigation. He became obsessed, in other words. Hardly the best state of mind in which to undertake an inquiry. Well, you really don't pull your punches, huh? Look, just don't go thinking I'm only doing this because of my dad, okay? That investigation was solid. His work was meticulous and it was accurate. It always was. He interviewed every single one of those kids, and he made sure they told him everything. I wonder if he learned anything of value. Okay, let's go to Franziska von Karma. How dare you, Scoffy? Don't you dare tell anybody. I'll just deny it anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, you gotta help me out here, sir. What's the matter, detective? It's about the SS5 incident. What else? I know Chairman Winter isn't in charge anymore and all, but a top-secret file being available to us so quickly after his removal, something seemed off. So that got me thinking. I put in court and they told me that, that Miss Von Karma went to some pretty extreme lengths to get the file released. Gosh, you Scruffy, I deny everything! Yeah. Sounds like you went to a lot of trouble for our sake, Franziska. Don't worry, your efforts won't be for nothing. I'll solve this case, you'll see. Okay, what do you two got to say? Boy, howdy, is this ever scoop? Whole world's gone green. Must be an outbreak of something. I'm seeing green trees, green people, green coals, everything. They must be real sick of having that coals green. Looks like wound up slap bang in the middle of the right damn place at the right damn time. Sure did, Chief. I don't think we're gonna get a word in edgewise here, Mr. Edgeworth. And I don't think we want to. Okay. We have more to investigate. What about you, Fender? Looks chillier than your chilliest look out there, Miss Mazrino. Somebody might have to warm me up. Could you maybe take this a little more seriously, Mr. Fender? For you, K-Meister, anything. Can't believe this whole sorry tale began right here. Kinda crazy, right? Yes, it is a little. What were Fifths and the chairman up to, though? And where were they going with all this? Where indeed? I'd like very much to know that myself. I'd very much like to know where you two are. You're going to admit it. You're going to admit how much you love your Uncle Eddie. Not anytime soon. Come on, Mr. Fender. You're not taking this seriously at all. You did for about 3 sentences, which is something of record. Can I help you, Mr. Edgeworth? I cannot thank you enough for returning Sean safely to me. I can hardly bear to imagine how I would have felt if you had not come home. Hey, old guy, can't you see you're upsetting her? That was not my intent at all. Look at a little knight in shining armor defending his mom's honor. Shut up, I would have to even keep... That's enough, Sean, Mr. Edgeworth. If you allow me, I would like to apologize again. I failed in my duty as a servant of justice. I will not ask you to forgive me. I only ask that you to understand that I... Judge Gavale, I don't presume to know the goddess of justice as well as you do. Wait for it! It's just, it feels so, like, a kind of upbeat and very ominous, but also professional Larry Butts vibe. It's Larry! It's Larry! With a do you know what I mean? You know. But anyway, but she was a mother, was she not? Of the gods and goddesses? She was. Their judgment requires personal circumstances to be taken into account. I'm sure she would understand. Perhaps your beloved goddess is more merciful than you give her credit for.
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. What are you even talking about? Don't worry, Sean. I don't have a clue either.
So, things are finally settling down after Warden Lagarde's trial.
It would seem so. It would seem so. Sentencing is still to come, but a guilty verdict should stand. And do not worry, Excelsius Winner's connection to the case will be thoroughly investigated. Have faith, Mr. Edgeworth. Eustace is a changed man.
Indeed, he simply had some growing to do. Well then, don't roll, Kay included.
Kind of feel for him around. I said some pretty mean things, but I'll make it up to him next time I get a chance. And I am sure that the chance will come. But for now...
Indeed, we need to focus on the case at hand.
Hey, the Sarge! We've seen it somewhere before, right?
Indeed we have. It's the same one that stands over the entrance of the big building today.
But this is supposed to be how things looked 12 years ago. Was it there the whole time?
Seems the architects worked the old archway into the structure of the new building.
It's just simply the past reheated. I think I heard that somewhere.
And for once, it seems you might have remembered it correctly.
But 12 years ago was a long time to reheat something for... Eventual lunch will be ruined.
Yes, Kay. A tortoise and a hare, inspired by the children's story, no doubt. The tortoise...
myself a massive headache after a high fever today.
Oh, are you okay? Are you taking measures to look after yourself? Is that what the food was? Is it soup or noodles? Or something with a broth? Are you okay? That's the important thing. Are you okay? That's the important thing. Rule number one is we look after everyone. We make sure everyone is okay.
Alright, time for a K Faraday pop-up pop quiz. Why did the hare lose the race? I'll give you 3 options.
I don't need 3 options, Kay. He lost because he stopped to rest and fell asleep.
Number 1, the hare's favourite running shoes were stolen by the Yatagarasu. Number 2, the tortoise trained with the Yatagarasu and got so fast that he won. Number 3, the real winner was the Yatagarasu, who plotted a surprise secret victory.
Really, Kay? Those are my only 3 options?
Too hard? Well, I'll give you a hint. The option you're looking for starts with a third.
Well, that definitely narrows it down.
Okay. Fresh blood. And plenty of it. According to the autopsy report, he died from loss of blood due to the blow to the back of his head.
Yes, and that blood spread out over the entire area. I doubt anybody could have bled that much and survived. Anyway, this suddenly seems to confirm that the autopsy report suggests.
They have the same mechanism.
Who? What? Shifu, I know it's rude of me to ask, but can we count off for old time's sake just once I'm begging you? For old time's sake, seems a little sentimental, but fine. Count off. 1! Sorry, Shifu. Just doesn't feel the same with me on my own. It's kind of lonely. Fool, it shouldn't matter if there's 1 of you, 100. You may be on your own right here and now, but the pet is always with you. So quit whining and stop being lonely and howl like you mean it. Count off. 1! 1! 1! 1. Is he crying? Okay. Do I have to connect these? I don't think so, but... No, okay, that's fine. This looks like a snowman, but it's mostly melted.
Well, it's no wonder he's all slushy. He's wearing a hat and a scarf. He must be all roasty toasty. Aw, look at his cute little button-eyed slide there.
Probably would have frozen back up again at dawn, you know. That's when it's usually coldest.
You don't think that would have helped, Mr. Edgeworth? Without a snowman froze again, it wouldn't turn back into a snowman.
It would turn into an
It would turn into an iceman.
What? Is what I bet you wanted me to say, isn't it? Well, too bad. Okay. Investigated that. It's a porch swing with an elephant's face on it, and behind it is what appears to be a motor.
You know what every dedicated swing fiend always wonders, don't you?
Mastermind.
You're the mastermind? You did all the murders?
How dare you?
Fair enough, though. I can't argue with that.
The motorized swing can finally make that dream come true.
Wouldn't that be a little dangerous?
What dream is it, huh? Nothing mentioned, nothing gained.
But as long as you don't like mud. Oh, hang on a minute. It's nothing. It's okay. Yeah, we are back on. We're back on. I was going to turn around and say, as long as you don't turn around and murder me, but then I got rudely interrupted by the phone. So yeah. These planters.
According to the case file, the yard stretched around three sides of the orphanage. There are 3 planters on each side.
Yes, planters arranged in a very particular pattern. One we've seen somewhere before.
Sure, there aren't many flowers, but I guess it was the middle of winter.
Yes, but look at that one, it's bright yellow.
Well...
Oh.
There.
We're okay! We're okay. We're okay. That's a lion lily, if I'm not very much mistaken. A rare member of the family Liliaceae. A lion lily, you say?
Wait, didn't Judge Cavale give President Wang those lion lilies?
What is the same flower doing here? This can't be a coincidence, can it? I believe this particular cultivar is from Asia, where it's said to symbolize the bond between parent and child. I wasn't aware you were so knowledgeable when it came to flowers, Francisca. What I just told you is common knowledge. Perhaps you'll just need to read a little more. Like this, for example. Like this, arranged in the same pattern. Oh! So that's what our monstrous hoof prints really were.
Wait, what?
Recall the arrangement of the prints, now compare it to that of the planters.
Whoa!
That's right, I believe the footprints are located exactly where our planters once stood. So Chairman Winner was digging around...
So Chairman Winner was digging around the front of them?
He was, and why might he have been doing that? We have a piece of evidence in our possession that answers exactly that question. Which piece of evidence shows why Chairman Winner might have been digging in front of the planters?
We do? I don't know. Is it the flowers? No, I don't know.
I don't know.
There again, maybe there's something. I will. There's something here that tells us what ex-Chairman Wall's up to, I'm sure of it.
Is it the button?
No. I don't know.
Oh, retrieve the package relayed to us 12 years ago. God, I'm thick.
Recall, if you will, the report that Warden Lagarde sent to Chairman Winner.
God, how I didn't see that, I do not know.
In it, she mentioned something that had been laid to rest in front of the plunter.
Are you just telling him where to dig? Wait, but why 3 holes?
His report didn't specify which of the plunters she meant.
I get it, so he wasn't sure which one it was. And then he had to try and dig up all 3.
I imagine so, yes. Poor Chairman Winner.
But why go through that trouble? What is he looking for? Oh. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting.
Where else can I investigate? Because I have no idea.
Sean, what have you got to say for yourself? What do you want? What do you want?
Sean, I wonder if you could tell us a little more about the circumstances surrounding your kidnapping.
Yeah, they took you... Sorry. They took you when you went to the garbage disposal area, right? But what were you doing there? It's alright, you don't have to talk for him. You can just ask me himself. Hear that, Mr. Edgeworth? I think he's starting to warm to you. I went to the garbage disposal to throw away the flowers that were on that body. It wasn't far, and he figured they'd be less likely to find them there if they threw them away in a garbage can. I tried to get them there last night too, but it was locked.
So you had to come back today and try again?
Yeah, but when I was there, somebody came up behind me and put something over my face. Oh yes, music is easy with 3 Z's.
The fact that she was drugged with it doesn't seem to bother her. Then again, I guess it is a catchy name.
There we go. Good lord. Huh. Whoever it was pretty strong, but I never saw their face.
I see, thank you. It's very helpful. What can you tell us about the time between when you were kidnapped and when you were found?
Not a whole lot, I bet. Snoozing is easy, 3Z with 3 Z's. Yes, okay. I remember waking up feeling cold. I was somewhere big and empty and dark. A cardboard box with some other language written on them. I figured it must have been a storeroom. But it was actually a giant refrigerator. Businesses use them to keep us all chilled.
And that's where Kay and Detective Gumshoe found him. They really saved the day there.
Guess the cooler must have been on until just before I was brought there. Like I said, it was pretty cold. Anyway, they didn't take my phone for some reason. So I used that to call for help.
I see. Well, we're all very glad that you found your way back to us safely.
Say it like you mean it, why don't you?
He's not the most gracious child I've ever met. Reminds me of a certain somebody else.
Okay. So what else can I do? Oh, there are burn marks on this pillar here.
The report says there was a fire sometime in the evening of the incident.
A fire?
Let's see. Where was it again? Nah! Yeah, one of the orphans set a fire with some kerosene. Some sort of prank, probably.
They sound like a lively bunch. Possibly too lively. Seems they're on to exploit our chances of finding any footprints near the entrance of the building. I think that's about all we can learn from the scene for now.
Alright, how about I try to show you how things looked earlier on that night?
That would be very much appreciated. Could you take us back to the moment at which the victim witnessed the kidnapping?
Sure, I'll use the photograph you took. Here goes nothing. Here goes nothing.
Vroom.
Ugh. There's Mr. Ordon in the middle of the
There's Mr. Ordon in the middle of the planters. And there's the president as a kidnapper about by the
road.
I further based his investigation on the evidence Ordon provided. That was why he thought the kidnapping and the orphanage were connected somehow. And how he wound up suspecting Fifi Lagarde. He was on running the orphanage at the time. Exactly. When the case went to trial, Excelsius Winter put a big hole in that theory. Goodness me. He did? Yeah, after all, the president and the kidnapper were actually on the grounds of the orphanage, so it's hard to conclusively prove any kind of connection.
Huh. So they were never seen inside the gates of the orphanage.
Detectives bust a gut to find evidence on that scene, and prosecutors come along and twist it for their own ends. Winter and Lagarde were working together. They had some kind of deal, I'm sure of it.
So you're saying that Chairman Winter was working with the kidnapper?
Your father was convinced that Lagarde was the culprit, correct? I say he was a gifted and thorough investigator. Then he must have had more to support his theory than just Mr. Ordon's message, surely. Yeah, he must have. He must have. I just don't know what it was. It wasn't exactly a case he liked talking about. Agent Lang's father, DeLong Lang, trusted ally and confidant of President Wang, he discovered truths that were subsequently suppressed by Chairman Winner. Our first priority should be to find out what they were. It's Ordon took his picture of the president's kidnapping from here. And then called Rosie Ringer. Nom? What do you mean? Oh, we're back to Nom. Are we eating the dead body again? Not again! No! By which point his killer must have already been approaching from behind. Hang on a second, sorry. Right. Sorry about that. We're back then. Okay, good. Fine. By which point his killer must have already been approaching from behind.
With a brick in their hand, ready to strike.
I was scarred the scene and suspect anything that catches my attention.
Hey, that snowman! It was melted in the simulation of the morning after the murder, huh? And that muffler was all wet, and its little button eyes had fallen off.
Indeed, it still looked reasonably healthy at this point, although not entirely. I can see one thing that's missing.
Ah, poor guy. But some kid took it as a stupid prank. Not a bad piece of thieving, though. Maybe they had potential.
You think one of the orphans took it? I'm not so sure. In fact, I think it was grabbed by somebody else entirely. We deduce! We're going to specifically put it over the eye. Eureka! This snowman is missing a certain something, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, he's right eye.
Indeed. Luckily, we've managed to locate it.
The button Mr. Aldan was holding. Look at that, it's the same type of button as the other eye and everything.
HMMMN that massage is like 20 minutes ago.
What? What massage? What?
Huh?
What? Huh? And if we suppose that the button was indeed the snowman's missing eye, that presents something of a contradiction. What does the button contradict? The victim was clutching the button, and the button was covered with his blood, which means he must have grabbed it after being attacked. Let's run a little hypothetical, shall we? What if, after being struck, Mr. Aldan lost his balance and reached out to grab something to steady himself? The snowman wouldn't have supported him, so he would have grasped the button and continued falling. Test, you are good.
I get it. You're saying that he was near the snowman when he was attacked.
I am within arm's reach, to be precise. And he's currently nowhere near that close.
Right, but his footprints only go as far as the planter. He never came back this way.
What if they weren't his footprints? I think we need to look at all the prints again.
Alright, I'll take us back to see when Mr. Aldan's body was found. But the footprints on the left definitely match up with Mr. Alden's shoes, right? So, what's the deal?
Let's take another look and see if we can figure it out.
I think YouTube update make YouTube more garbage than before.
Oh, how so? These shoes, as the case file says, they match the footprints, but... Huh. These aren't the victim's shoes, I'm sure of it.
What do you mean?
Look at how the laces are tied. Don't they look a little strange to you? What's more, they don't appear to fit properly.
So these prints, they go right up to where the victim was found. They stop right by his feet. But they didn't
actually belong to him. So, are the prints by his head his? They're the ones that led away and come back.
More ads.
Oh, that's not good. Not good at all. No, I don't think so. They're too small. So now this set belongs to him. Then how did he get here? Well, that's easy enough. He didn't walk.
So now the set belongs to him? Then how did he get here?
He was carried by the killer. So then, where did the murder take place? Was it really over by the snowman, as we suspect? I don't know, but I feel like we're going to find out.
Really? Really?
No.
I feel like one of these has got to be something, right?
Okay, we got that one. If Chairman Winner was involved in President Wang's abduction, then it seems likely that whatever he dug up yesterday had something to do with the kidnapping.
Oh, I get it.
You do?
You bet I do. We're talking treasure, right? Loot. He must have been digging up the ransom money.
The ransom money? $100 million is an awful lot of cash. I think it would have been a good way to keep it hidden until the heat died down. It certainly seems like a possibility.
Glad you agree.
Okay. Can we really be sure that these are Mr. Aldan's footprints?
Well, they're the same size, 12, which is pretty big, and the prints match his shoes. They also go straight to the middle of the planet where his body was found.
As we've established, where he was attacked and when he was attacked, he fell and grabbed the bottle from the snowman.
Well, being a great thief, I know a few contortionist tricks, but that would be way beyond even me. Some average Joe stretching his arms that far? Basically impossible.
I think we can be reasonably certain that the prints were made by the shoes the victim was wearing. But can we be certain that they were actually the victim's shoes? Perhaps we should take another look at them. I just did. I think Mr. Alldown's body was moved. How else do we explain the button he clutched in his hand? And I would suggest that he was killed somewhere near the snowman. I better take a closer look. I will scour the scene and inspect everything that catches my attention.
Nice 9 footprints going toward the body and away from it. The case file says they must have belonged to the murderer.
They grow fainter as they get closer to the orphanage gates.
That's just because there's less snow over here, no?
Be that as it may, it certainly doesn't help in matching the prints up with the name and face.
Poor Snowman, he's not looking good.
Can't be helped, snow and ice eventually melt. That's just how it is. And so
the mysteries. All you have to do is wait. The snowman in the case will melt into the clear water of truth.
All you have to do is wait, Kay. I have to work to solve these mysteries.
Huh? Look, there's a brick missing here.
The rest of the brickwork looks fine. Strange that just this one is missing.
Does that mean we found the murder weapon? Whoa!
It seems quite likely that the missing brick, was the one who did the murder, wouldn't you say? I say the missing brick-a-brack.
Oh yeah, now that you mention it. They're the exact same shape and size.
I think we have to conclude that the murder actually happened over by the snowman.
Right, the button came from there, and the brick too.
Indeed. What's more, if the murderer took the brick from right by the snowman, and then tried to sneak up on the victim all the way over by the planters... Breaking news! Breaking news! A brick murder! All that and more. A brick o'clock.
Mr. Alldown would have seen them right away, right? Right? I'm wrong, aren't I?
Yes, yes you are, Kay. You're always wrong. See, that's a great thing about you. But it's fine, we're learning. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with being wrong from time to time. I think we need to update the simulation, Kay. Mr. Alldown wasn't standing by the planters. He was next to the snowman.
Gotcha. Alright, here goes. Beep, beep. Yeah, no matter how you look at it, this just doesn't work, huh?
Indeed, everybody who was present is in the exact same spot.
So, where did we go wrong?
One of the pieces of evidence on which we based our simulation must be the source of the problem. What if one of them was faked somehow? But which one was it?
Take that!
Can we really be certain this picture was taken by Mr. Alldown?
Huh? What do you mean?
We know that whoever killed him moved his body, but why would they have done that? What if they wanted to make it seem like he saw something he didn't?
And they took the photo to help back up the lie.
They had the president at gunpoint. They could easily have forced him to pose for the picture. He would have had no choice but to comply.
Hey, now that you mention it, they only recorded one picture from Mr. Alldown's camera, right?
Indeed. I imagine this killer probably removed the film that was already in there. They replaced it with another, thereby ensuring the only picture we found was the one that they staged.
That was a really weird way of saying that sentence, Mr. Edge.
I know! My robotic functions are malfunctioning. It's not good. Beep, 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 boop. It's been a while since I've mentioned the fact that I am a robot. But I am a robot. Beep, boop, beep, boop. And there you have it. The picture doesn't show what Mr. Alldown saw at all. It seems highly likely that it was simply staged to make us believe that that was the case.
Wait, so where was the president when Mr. Alldown thought he saw him being kidnapped?
Luckily, the photograph isn't the only piece of evidence we can use to try and figure that out.
Oh yeah, he left a voicemail too.
He did. I think we should listen back to it one more time, don't you? This is surely the only place where the president and his kidnapper could have been standing.
Take that!
Well, I'm dead. Down the lights outside can't quite see, but it looked like he was being kidnapped. Oh, so it's near a light. Okay,
That's where you really were? How'd you figure that out?
do I need a reason?
What, you mean you don't have one?
Well, we're dead. Oh, it can't end like this! And yet, there's nothing more I can do. And with that, the truth receded into darkness. Oh no! What are we to do? Yes, return to the current scene. That clearly wasn't it. Oh, light! Light, light, light! Light went out.
Take that!
Recall the statement from Mr. Alldown's voicemail. Damn it, the light's out. 2 of the lights here in the yard are broken.
Yeah, he must have been talking about the one over by the building.
Alright, could you update the simulation to reflect everything we've learned?
Sure, if you suppose, if you want.
And there we have it, the kidnapper was really standing over by the building. Yes, which would certainly have strengthened the theory that they were connected to the orphanage. So they moved the body and staged the photograph to distort the picture painted by the voicemail, which helped them undermine the idea the orphanage was involved in the case went to trial. Well, that certainly changes what this particular part of this simulation tells us. I imagine it was also affect our understanding of the scene from when the body was found.
Only one way to find out. Ready to make the jump?
To switch between 2 recreations, I first need to press triangle to talk OK, and then select switch recreation. I'll give it a try later when I need it. There's no mistaking it. This is where Mr. Alldown actually took his pictures, before being attacked by the murderer with a brick from the planter just behind him. To being attacked, he collapsed, grabbing the snowman's right eye as he fell.
Which means his body would have been here first, and not where we thought it was before.
Indeed, we should examine the area where we previously thought it fell too. Mr. Alldown wasn't killed here between the planters at all.
Then what's this blood doing here?
Things have changed considerably in terms of what the simulation is showing us. Do you want to look more?
Are we done?
We are not done. We'll to look more closely at this blood. I think we'll be better off looking at the simulation from the point at which the body was discovered.
Then what are we waiting for? I'm ready when you are.
Yes, I know. I know. I know. I know. Switch recreations.
I'm going to show you the scenes reported in the police case files, right? Okay, let's take another look at how things were when they found the body.
I will scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Blood on the snow, a lot of it. It certainly looks as if a murder occurred here, doesn't it?
Hey, but we just figured out that Mr. Alldown was killed over by the snowman, right?
We did. I think this blood might belong to somebody else.
What? But the police report said the blood was Mr. Alldown's.
Need to remind you the case was overseen by Chairman Winner. The man would have had no scruples about altering this official record over something this small.
But then why go to all that trouble? Couldn't he have just cleaned up the blood instead?
He wasn't able to. Think about it. He knew that this was where the police would find Mr. Wardown's body. And he knew that the police would have certain scientific methods at their disposal to look for clues.
Oh, you mean like luminol? Yeah, they would have had traces of blood if they used that for sure.
Exactly. He wouldn't have been able to clean it up to the point where it's undetectable. Far easier to falsify the results of any such tests when they came back in. It was simply been a matter of replacing the official results with a doctored copy.
Yeesh. So we've been looking at a forgery this whole time. Man, that sucks. Wait, but it says Mr. Roland's clothes are covered in blood too.
It does. And if they were, which seems entirely believable, it suggests that whoever's blood this is, it wasn't yet dry when Mr. Wardown's body was placed here.
I get it. That means the other person's blood was spilled not long before Mr. Wardown was killed.
I think it does, yes. But if that's the case, doesn't that present something of a contradiction? Because it's related to the evidence somehow. It is, but which one?
Eureka!
The button! Like this?
You don't know, you can just say you don't know, you know?
Yes, I know. Snow is melted by the fire, right? When we did the fire happen, we need to take another look and think about that. During the evening before the incident. Ow! There's a clear contradiction here.
Huh? In the bloodstain?
The blood is clearly cut off where the snow is melted by the fire, which means the blood in question was spilt before the fire was even started.
Huh? The fire happened before the murder, no?
If you choose to believe the case file, yes. But if the fire was actually set after what happened to you, the kid who lit it might have seen something. Then why isn't there a witness statement? Because that would have challenged Chairman Winner's version of events. We need to know more about this fire. You! Yes, Shifu! The fire might have been reported to the police, which means there might be a record of it. Go see if they might have anything and bring everything you find back here right away. Hold us up, Shifu. I'll get right on it. Oh, and one more thing. What is it, Shifu? Contact my family back in Changfa. Tell them to search my father's office. There should be something there related to the case. Short? What kind of something exactly? I told you I'd seen the scene somewhere before, didn't I? Well, I've remembered where. It was in my father's office. He had a picture of it, or at least something very much like it. What? Looked like it was drawn by a child. Possibly a child from the orphanage. Possibly even the child who set the fire. Should still be there somewhere. Tell them to send it right away. Yes, Shifu! Investigation complete! Yes! We did it! And back to regular. Back to your regularly scheduled programming of the big building. Shifu, I'm back! I brought everything the police had on the fire. I also brought the picture from your father's office. Oh, almost about time we kept you, huh? Well, hand it over. Let's take a look at this mysterious picture, shall we? President. Okay, that does not help me in any way, shape. Is that Canis? It is. That's Canis. I was no. Okay. Could this be a depiction of something that happened on the night of the incident?
Sure looks like Kid Joy, huh?
Yes, and I'm willing to bet it's the work of the child who set the fire. Shifu, there's... What now? Look, you'll have to wait, okay? Well, Mr. Prosecutor, why do you think my father kept this? I imagine he acquired it at some point during his investigation. It is! That is such a Larry drawing. I mean, do we remember the pterodactyl from the DLC case? of Spirit of Justice, Turnabout Time Travel. Do we remember that? God, Larry. Although I have no idea why he would have chosen to keep it himself. Did we see the case file for the fire, too? Sure, here. You'll just give me a moment to read through it. It seems the boy who started the fire snuck out of bed on the evening of the incident, and then disappeared several days later. What? Must have been because he saw something, right?
No, a kid, really? It's horrible.
But sadly, not unimaginable. Huh? Looks like the kid left something behind that was put into evidence. Huh? What's this? Well, but what's it doing on a case file? What is it, Mr. Prosecutor? Have you seen this somewhere before? Yes, I have. Something very much like it, yes. We have a piece of evidence that could well be connected. Which item of evidence relates to the item the boy left behind? I don't know. Is it a Torosaurus plushie? Could be. I don't know. I don't know what is it doing in the evidence of that case. But it looks like that might be the missing horn from this soft toy. Hey, that was President Wags. You seen it before? Of course. He was kept it somewhere close by. I remember it because of the missing piece. I see. It's a very special device inside the plays recorded sound when you twist the horn.
Hey, do you think maybe the putting the horn back might unlock more recordings?
You never know, the toy itself should still be up on the 51st floor. Hey, you at the man? Yes, Shifu, go fetch it right away, sir. Here it is, Shifu, Source doll, just like you asked. Good work, how's the prosecutor over there? Well, does the horn found the orphanage for the president's plushie?
Fits perfectly.
And any more recordings on there? Hi, Dijun. Sorry, President Wang. It's me, Emily. I know it's been a while. I saw on the news that you were visiting the country soon, and I didn't know whether I should get in touch at all, but in the end I decided I had to.
Turn it off, right now.
What's gotten into Judge Gavale?
Are you okay? Just turn it off, please! You see, I had a baby. Beautiful little boy. You're... That's why they're on the roof together.
It's me, the baby.
President Wang is the father of Sean. That's actually shook it me. Wow. Okay. I'm sorry, that's pretty much all I wanted to tell you. Oh, except I called him Sean. Sean Fan. There's a nice ring to it, don't you think? No!
Sean Fan? The kid?
And also that I'll be at the orphanage on the evening of the 9th. I'll be waiting in the front yard. I thought you could meet him if you like. Even if it's only just this once. I know you're a very busy man, but... Anyway, that's where we'll be. Goodbye.
Jesus Christ. Oh! No! Oh, no.
Ma had a brat who have bag of milk, not books.
Oh, this is... Okay.
I'm so sorry, Sean.
Kid, explain what the heck is going on, Gavale.
Which baby is this, Sean?
Sean isn't my biological son. I adopted him.
Oh. You just had to go and ruin it, but still. Still not cool, game. Not cool. And he was aware of this?
Yes, of course. His mother, Amelie Fenn, she died 5 years ago. We were cousins, but we were also friends, the best of friends. People often mistook us for sisters, so when she died, it seemed only natural that Sean should come and live with me. Of course, we had to keep his father's identity secret, and I decided the best way to do that would be for him to never know in the first place.
That's quite a lot to learn from a recording made on a seemingly innocent toy. I guess Sean's mother must have recorded the message and then sent the plushie to the president.
Hey! Yeah, Sean? You're sure he really was my dad? Yes. I'm sure. Before you were born, your mother worked for a time as a diplomat in Zhengfa.
Well, that makes sense. That line of work might well have brought her into contact with the president.
What? You told me she worked at the orphanage. She did, but only after she returned. After she quit the diplomatic service. She always loved helping others. The orphanage was perfect for her.
Not so fast!
Sorry, Judge Cavale, but I have to ask. Emily, the lady who asked the president to come, why didn't she show up herself? Why isn't she anywhere in the files related to the SS5 incident?
She never made it to the rendezvous that
so
night.
far.
Someone was tailing her.
I'll bet that was Chad Winner's doing. Though sadly we can't prove it.
And because she couldn't make it, she never saw the president again.
Then she died 5 years ago. This can't be easy for Sean.
Hey, Sean, are you thirsty? We could go get a soda. My treat, okay? Come on, I think I saw a vending machine over. Think I can't buy myself a soda? This is important. It's about me. I'm staying. Oh, it didn't work at all. Oh. Sean, perhaps now you can guess why I met with the president 2 nights ago.
So that's it. That was the big secret.
I wanted to tell him face to face that Amelie was gone, but also that you were alive and well. More than well. Oh, but I...
Makes sense now. No wonder Judge Cavale was so keen to avoid sharing the details of their meeting.
Yeah, sure had to share the truth about Sean, too. That was why I took the lion lilies with me. So there'd be no doubt that I knew Amelie, and that I knew her well. These flowers bore a special significance for the two of them, you see. President Wang gave Amelie a bouquet of lion lilies in the early days of their romance. But now he too is dead. If only he had lived, Sean and I finally been able to get to know him.
God, this is...
Our
This
upper
is-
less half mark of this middle this case.
Fair enough.
This case is stupidly long.
So goes any last case of any game. Look, in all fairness though, it can't be... So long as we don't have a repeat of the first game, where it's like, objection, you're guilty. Actually, I'm not. And here I am with more testimony. Objection, you're guilty. No, actually, I'm not. And here we are with more testimony. Objection, you're guilty. No, I'm not. And here we are with more testimony. Albus Quirker! Ugh! I will never get over that. I will always hate that man. I've been waiting for the right time to say this, but what is he? Been hovering there this whole time. Can't wait. Sounds something else from Zhengfa. President Wang's will.
Not this parable testify.
All that. Parrot. To be fair, the parrot wasn't that long, and the parrot did get us our murderer, Von Karma Manfred. Ugh. What?
The president's will, huh? He gave my father medal after medal. I had to come up with new ones just for him. And he had no medals left to give, so he made us keep it his last will and testament. Those medals that Judy, they're all our greatest pride, our family jewels. What? This is... What is it, Agent Lang? Does it have anything to do with our current case? You could say that. Seems like you plan on publicly acknowledging Sean as his son.
Sean's name appears in the president's will?
And we're certain the document is authentic, that President Wang wrote it himself. Sure we are, it's old but it's real. My family took charge of it back before the SS5 incident happened. They all want to analyze it back home to be sure, but I'd stake my name on it being a genuine article. Wang was a renowned world leader. Chart nobody knew about, but it was sure to cause a stir. And he chose to mention Chart in his will nonetheless. Well, that's that, I guess. I still can't quite believe it, but the President confirmed it with his own hand. There's no denying it. Sean, you're President Wang's son.
Sean!
Sean! To be continued! I think that is a good place to save off for today. If you guys did enjoy this episode though, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help. Click the bell icon down below to be notified when I live stream or upload a video. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!